Hey ladies, hello. Welcome to my VIP group. I thought I should come on, it's a little overdue, and here, let me get this straight. Just welcome you and kind of tell you a little bit about why I started the group and why you were invited if you're not sure. I kind of went back and forth a little bit on should I just invite my customers or are there more people I want to invite? And I finally decided that I wanted to invite some of you other VIPs who are very inspiring in my life. For one, I thought you might be interested in the content. For two, well, I really want to get this makeup on your face, I'll be honest. You inspire me and I want to share my journey with you. So my cousin, Carrie Ann, she has been wearing this makeup for a couple years and posting about it. Sorry, I tried to get this out of my face because I actually might be doing my makeup with you. But, oh, really quick though, if you're seeing this on a different platform and you want to be in the VIP group, just send me a DM and let me know and we can make it happen. Yeah, this doesn't really work. How do I get that in there? Okay. Anyhow, it looked so good in the pictures and I believed her when she said she wasn't using a filter or anything like that, but I've not had the best luck with makeup. I just feel like I have, a lot of discoloration and I used to have some worse hormonal acne than this. It's really at bay, so I don't know what's going on here, but, so there's things that I want to cover, but in the process, I just feel like it was putting like a whole mask almost over even the things that I do like. So I never liked the texture it gave me. I never really appreciated having to layer things back on then to recreate the shadows and the dimension that my face naturally has. So I just couldn't, I wanted to love it and I tried to have fun with it, but it just also frustrated me. But after kind of stalking my cousin for a while, and when I saw her in person and it looked just as good in person, I was like, okay, I need to get this for myself for my birthday. So I did in April, and early April, I'm like, early birthday present, please. Can't wait anymore. So anyhow, by June, I was like, no, I need to be an artist. This stuff is awesome. It solved all those makeup woes and issues that I had. It's been a game changer. And I know that a lot of times I advertise as the quickest makeup, 5-minute face. And even though that's true, it can be that. And it was designed to be that and to make highlighting, contouring, which just means three-dimensional look in one layer, make it easy and quick, but it's just so fun. And I'm connecting with myself in the mirror. It's me time. It's self-care. And I hardly ever do it in 5 minutes, I'm going to be honest, just because I want to soak that stuff up. So that's where I'm at with it. I kind of was a little hesitant because of the name. It was originally because Kara, the inventor of this and makeup and the founder of the business, she 100% is just not about it being a mask. But she used to have a blog and it was mask Kara, get it? And then but we don't think it's a mask. It's actually just highlighting your favorite features, and with very little product actually. And so it doesn't feel like clay or powder or whatever on your face. So anyhow, plus we don't carry mascara, so you always have to explain that. But we just over just a week ago, I think, yeah, we rebranded and it has a whole new image that's just so much more aligned with my tastes and with the new name, SEINT, S-E-I-N-T, which is the old French spelling of the word saint. Just really kind of, yeah, it resonates with what the mission of the company is and with what I think the product is and does. And it's just about the business now is about so much more to me than the makeup because of this rebrand. It has just made me so much more connected to the company. And one of the things that Kara said when she was introducing it to us artists, the new name of and everything, was that that churches say that they don't create saints, they just acknowledge them. And in that way, we aren't saying we make people beautiful, we just acknowledge the beauty and let it show. Like the beauty's already there. And so that just was so beautiful to me. And then, I'm just going to read you our mission. I printed it out because I just think it's so beautiful and it gave me the goosebumps when I first read it. So bear with me. Beauty connects us. It transcends time and knows no boundaries. Seeking, experiencing, and cultivating beauty in ourselves and the world around us is a sacred work. And that work, our work, is beautiful. We see beauty in every face. Our mission is to preserve and nurture it. Everything we do and everything we create is based on what we believe in. That beauty matters, that helping others look beautiful is nice, but helping them believe they are beautiful is life-changing. Beauty is not our creation. Beauty is our passion. And that's just so true, Like the beauty inspires us. The beauty we see inspires us. And I just feel like I've connected even more with my own beauty since this makeup has helped me see it. And I know that sounds crazy that a makeup helped me see my beauty, but like seriously, I don't even feel like I have to wear it every day now because it just did help me recognize it more by the way that it just naturally defines and enhances, your structure and your features. So I'll show you that soon. But another thing that I really like that Kara said is that like the company, she wants it to be like the foundation for each of us artists, but that each of us, can blossom from there. And so she really wanted to reframe how we're looking at the business as like, what is it that we're about? What do we bring? What are we trying to grow? And what do we represent? And I started to think about like all the things that are important to me and what I already post about, which I think is like a lot of, beauty related stuff, but like health and wellness and, spiritual inspiration and mental health and like social justice. And I try not to get too political, but I'm not going to lie. If it's something I'm passionate about, I'm going to be vocal. So you got to know that if you're following me. So I started to think of like what colors, represent like who I am and like kind of putting together like brand colors. And I'm too much info, right? But I did come up with my own like logo that was like the skin you're in with Lorian, which was already my page, but I put the little tagline, know your worth, feel your beauty, live your purpose, because I felt like what encompasses all the things, like that is all the things that are important to me, like, seeing, not just seeing your beauty, but feeling that you're beautiful, like knowing you're worthy and like, living your purpose, like following through and being accountable. And when you make mistakes or when you've been blind, like to acknowledge instead of getting defensive and to like move forward with grace and forgiveness for yourself. And so I just like felt like I want to support women's growth and accountability through the things that interest me, through wellness, through justice, through beauty. So that is what this page is about, and I welcome you to it, and thank you for being here because you guys are my biggest inspiration of all, and I'm so blessed with the people in my life. It's like chosen family, so thank you for being here. All right, well, that being said, do you want to get ready with me? I mean, all I'm doing is taking my kids to piano, but I thought, why not have a little makeup sesh? It's been a busy day with schooling the kids, and this is not an alc bev, not yet. I feel like I'm out of breath, or maybe I was nervous or something to kind of like spill all of the things that were in here percolating. How do I want to start today? So since I do have color correcting issues, like a lot of brown, probably from the sun. I'm a freckly person, which I love, but well, that's a blemish. But anyhow, mango is like a color with orange tones. And we use color theory, so it kind of cancels out the bluish in my brown, bluish hues in my brown spots. But anyhow, I'm gonna do that first, but I wanna show you that we have like different size compacts and it's all magnetic, and you just order the colors you want, and then depending on how many tins that you order, you get the compact for free. that was the double decker. This is like a mini double decker, which is a great size to start with. But, well, I'll be honest, I started with a hack stack, which fits 8 regular size tins. And then there's even a smaller one, which I kind of don't recommend, even though like your basic 3D foundation will fit in here. 4 colors, which would be your main highlight, which is the closest to your skin tone, your brightening highlight, which is lighter and goes down the center to draw the light in and make you feel and look awake. And then your contour color, which, you know, redefines the shadows in your face. And then like a lip and cheek color, right? But that doesn't give you like all the things that I'm like obsessed with. So I kind of am going to show you like maybe of how to fill a hack stack. So you know 4 of the things, and I'll get to the other 4 as we go. I'm going to start, like I said, with my color corrector, which is Mango. And I just use this, it's called the blend brush. All right. And I just dab it. You can barely, like, it's not, these brushes, and I'm going to be honest, were made for this product. And even though I have, like, trust me, a crap ton of brushes, okay, like, that I thought were good quality brushes, and I've tried to use them, some of them, a lot of them, with this makeup, and it's just, it's not the same. The makeup goes more into the other brushes, and with these, it just kind of sits on top, and so that you just use, it's very pigmented, so you only need a little bit, and it goes on your face. Like, it's not getting wasted into the brush, if that makes sense. So anyhow, see how this is red? This will cover that too, see? And it's like, you can still see my skin texture and pores. Like, it's not like it's a caked on surface that looks like clay or something. Anyhow, this is gonna look a little bit orange because I'm not as tan as I am in the summer, but I can still use it as my color corrector under my main color. So see these brown spots? So when I color match you, I will, if you fill out my color match form, it asks you if you have any of these kind of issues, so that I can also color match you if you need a color corrector. Sometimes your main highlight shade will be all the color correcting you need. Like, this is my color in the summer when I'm tan, and so I don't need a separate color in the summer. But right now I'm more of sandy, the color next to it, and so this one I use to correct, and then the other one goes over it, but it doesn't look like some layered situation like other makeup. It just all blends in. Anyhow, you put it almost everywhere if you need to. Like, some people actually, they only have like dark circles under their eyes, so they just put it right there. I'm just saying, me with all of my coloring issues, gotta get a little more detailed than that. So that adds a little bit of time for me, but not a lot. And you'll find that you can create like a BB cream look, you know, like a very tinted moisturizer-esque finish with the same product, or you can create a full coverage look with the same product. It's kind of crazy. Very cool. It just depends on how you apply it and what tools you use. Like, we have a brush called the Buff brush. It's for full coverage. And then this one is like the lightest coverage. If I wanted to do my whole makeup with this one brush, it would be a very light coverage. And then a couple that I love for like medium coverage. And some I feel like could achieve either, depending on like how you use it. So if you want suggestions on brushes as well, that's my jam, to get you the right tools. I always, before I prepare to do my makeup, like when I'm still doing my kind of skincare ritual in the bathroom, I grab my perfector sponge and I get it damp and squeeze all the water out into a towel. This is our perfector sponge. This is it dry and this is it damp. It grows in color. So if you have one and you get it wet and it doesn't grow, I wouldn't suggest using it. Like, this is Real Techniques. I used to love, but this is so much better. It's just so much better. And I'll show you how I use it in a multitude of ways. But anyhow, I pretty much got my color corrector where I need it, but you can see like it covered the blemish and the dark spots pretty well. And at the end, if any of it moves around, I will totally touch that up with my finger even. Okay. Well, I honestly like to use my contour brush called the detail brush for my mane. I already cleaned my brush with our brush cleaner. It's a waterless cleaner. You spray it on your cloth or towel and you just rub the brush into it and it comes clean and you don't have to wait for it to dry, and that is fantastic. So anyhow, mane highlight, the closest one to your shade. You just, like I said, it doesn't go in the brush, it sits on the brush and you just tap it on. And you'll notice that I don't hardly ever use any kind of a swiping motion or a swirling motion because, for one, I want to press this into my skin. It's different than traditional makeup and there is a slight learning curve. But for two, because I did the color correcting, I don't want to swipe that away, you know, because this is a cream makeup and it'll move. Like if you make a mistake, you can fix it easy until you set it. And some people, depending on their skin, will like to set with our setting spray, which I love, and or a setting powder. And we have a pressed translucent powder, which could be one of your options in your compact. And we have, some people like a loose powder, which I also do have because I love that our our pressed translucent powder, excuse me, can fit right in the compact. But if I have it with me, then I kind of like to use a translucent loose powder. But either will do. If you have something you like, use it. But I really love our Stay Spray. And a lot of times you can, like if you want to know if you should use a primer, no. Like if you're taking the time to figure out your appropriate skincare ritual, then you will have balanced skin and you will not need a primer. I do, and I had already done this, like spray with, a lot of people spray this setting spray, the Stay Spray, directly on their face before they apply and then after. Or sometimes, you know, they'll use a primer mist or just their favorite toner, but I do like a little misting to kind of prep my skin before I start applying. So that's just a tip. But I think the makeup goes on really nicely. I don't know where I was, and I am taking a little while, I'm sorry. But now I'm gonna go back to the color correcting brush and I'm gonna apply my brightening highlight, which is, you know, several shades lighter. And you just kind of put it in like a pie shape under your eyes. Hopefully the lighting is good. And it's not the only place. How am I doing on time? I do not have a watch. I have to take my kids to piano. On your chin, down the center of your nose. And like I'm still doing the pressing thing, but I haven't completely blended this in yet because I do that a little bit later. All right, and you put it in the center of your forehead. Let me just see in the mirror. I'm sitting at a vanity. It was like on my wish list when I moved into our new house, like, I need a vanity. This was even before I started my business. Before I even bought myself the makeup, I just was like, I need a place to sit that's mine. You feel me? Okay, so we got that light back in the center of the face. Love it, love it, looks good to me. This is the detail brush and I'm gonna do the contour, and that is where you put in, where you emphasize where you have shadow. So if you don't have as much color correcting to do as me, and you don't have to layer at all, it can be a total paint by numbers thing. You would just put your mane here, 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 you know, and here. And then you would put the brightening here, 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 right? And then you would put this, you know, in the 4 lines where I'm going to show you. And then you'd blend it all out. I just have some color correcting, so I use it a little more places. I'm going to use indigo. It looks scary, but seriously, it blends right away, like however you want it to look. So we just draw 4 lines. You kind of connect where your ear meets your face to like about where the color in your eye starts, you know, like go like a diagonal towards the corner of your mouth. And it doesn't have to be totally symmetrical or perfect. If you get too high or low, totally can be fixed. We'll do it on both sides. So there's your 1 and 2 lines, right? 1, 2. It's gonna look a little crazy. 3. But you gotta trust the process, because seriously, this is like so easy. And I'm gonna probably do a video where I have my kindergartner do it. Like, that's how easy it is. Like, he'll do my makeup. That'll be hilarious, I bet. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and then this longest one is 4. Okay? And this is extra, but I do like to pop some around my lips. You're gonna be like, what are you doing? That looks weird. It's gonna blend. Look at, I have a mustache. Oh my God. But anyhow, despite the mustache, now the little shadow emphasis really makes it look like you have fuller lips. But anyhow, this is the brush I had my highlight on. So I'm just gonna not dip into any more product and just kind of blend it so it comes together and it's not harsh. Anyhow, you can also use the side of this, you know, flat end right here like a stamp, and you dip it kind of diagonally, and you just kind of draw a line on the side, like top of your nose, on, you know, like as parallel as you can, and then you just connect them at the bottom and up to like your eyebrow up here. And we will blend that right out as well. Anything else that I have left on my brush, because I don't know if I'm going to have time to do eyeshadow. So honestly, I'm just going to swipe it on my eyelids. Okay? Because why not? Waste not, want not. And that's where we have a shadow too, so why not emphasize it there as well? Anyhow, let's blend the contour. This one, I just like to go down and back, okay? And make sure you don't go up, because it will look like a beard. Down and back. And the reason I go down is just to kind of tie my chest is still tan, so I want my neck to match, like kind of tie my face and chest together. Anyhow, this one just kind of, this I do kind of press back, because I didn't do a lot of color correcting there. You just kind of can swirl it or go back and forth and just blend it out. I mean, look at, if you feel like you need to like tie it together, we can just sweep and kind of ombre it. And then the cheeks, this is where I definitely press. I kind of do like a press and flick, and I tap a little more in, and I just kind of press and flick. And then, yeah, you can blend this out if you don't like as defined of a cheekbone area. I like it this way, so I'm thinking that's good. This side, I'm going to do the same, just kind of like a little press and flick motion. Right? And I might try to speed up a little bit. Yeah. That's great. And now is where I will put on some lip color, lip and cheek color. So this is my blush bronzer brush, and I use the small end for the lip cheek, and I'm going to use Black Cherry, which looks crazy but blends out beautifully, with Tropicana on top. So let's do that. I just press it right here. I'm making a video, honey. Work at home with kids. I'm gonna get interrupted. Okay, well, you can get a snack. Why don't you get like a Z-bar? Okay. All right, I like a bold cheek. Now, you can achieve whatever you want with this, so I'm gonna keep it bold. And then Tropicana on top, because I love creating my own unique color combinations. It's like you're inventing your blush color. And I don't mind swiping the rest of that right up on my lids. You know, I know it looks crazy. So with the big side, I'm gonna tap into my Bella bronzer and I'm just gonna press it around where the sun would naturally hit and give that glow. Yeah. You can do your chin and then, you know, like I usually like to do my neck. Okay. There we go. Right? I have some hairs. And this is where I clean up my brightening highlight, the lighter one. I just kind of take this fluffy end and I just now really press, get a little more and press. And it's just in case the colors come too close under my eye. I like to keep it bright under here. So I just kind of press that out. Had a piece of fuzz. I already did this side, but I'm bringing it down on my smile lines a little. And yeah, why not a little more on my forehead? And I take my damp perfector sponge and I just blur the nose contour. I just blur it out so there's no harsh lines there. And then I can take my finger with my brightening highlight and just kind of clean up the center and sides of those lines a little bit. There we go. Press that makeup in. Oops, I used the wrong color. I was going to use my color correcting color because I saw a blemish. You know, they happen. Blemishes happen. Okay, so that is that. I like to take my damp perfector sponge to just make sure everything is all pressed in and blended. And this will also pick up any excess product so that it doesn't crease in your fine lines or pores, right? Because no one likes that. Nobody would. Okay. And then that's good. That's good. I actually would use that same sponge to tap in my loose powder, or we have a powder brush, and I just lightly set, you know, because I have oily skin, so everyone's skin is different, and I can help you with whatever you need. If you like a matte finish or you're oily, use the powder to set. I also kind of, since it's masks, you know, I like to not just do my T-zone, but I kind of like to get where my mask would rub, you know, a little bit. So that's something to consider. Oh, I forgot to tell you, because I didn't mess up my contour, but if you did, like if you went too far down, you would just take the brush that you applied your, you know, one of your highlights with, and you would just like swipe and clean up the line, you know? You just, it's like a magic eraser and you could just fix it before you set it, but I already set, so really didn't do anything. But I do like to take our powder bronzer. So this is our Cream Bella, this is our powder Cayman. And with the bronzer side, I just kind of like to set my contour area, you know, the bronzy and contour area with that powder, just so that the glow kind of stays prominent, you know? And then I think I still have a little blush on my brush on the other side, so why not? All right, and then we do our illuminator, which is what traditional makeup calls a highlight, and they're shimmery. This is my favorite. As you can tell, it's almost gone. It's called Rose Gold, and you put it on the high points of your face where the sun is going to hit, and it picks up the light, and it just actually looks like a lit from within type of glow. I even like put it up here. Above my brow, and I like to put it under my brow bone and in the inner corners of my eyes. Down bridge of your nose. And then, well, I definitely want to put on my Cupid's bow, but I have to put my left cheek on. But I'm not going to waste it, so let's just do it. I like to take our multitasker brush and line my lips with my Bella bronzer. I don't know if I did that yet. No, I did not. And I even kind of like fill my lips in with it. It's just a really nice base to get a really nice color. Sorry, I needed my mirror for this one. Just fill it in a little bit. Right, and then I'm going to do the black cherry. I should add some music on. And then I'm going to do the Tropicana on top. Another good combo I love is saffron with Tropicana. So those are the 3 colors out of like my 12 that currently are in my main compact because I'm in love with them. Okay. I usually take my brightening highlight and pop it in the middle to kind of create some dimension in the lips. Makes them appear a little fuller. And then that's when I usually put the illuminator right on the Cupid's bow. And a little in the center, why not? So that's that. Did like a brown today. And we have a new product called Brow Wax, which is awesome. And you can use our line brush, which has a spoolie on the end. And you just rub it in the wax, and then you can push your brows up into place. And it also makes it easier to fill them in if that's your sort of thing. And it is mine. I can totally use the other end with like, I like shadow contour. It's a really nice taupe for mine. But you can also use, we can color match you with one of our, I use all the time, one of our eyeshadow colors. Most of the artists, well no, some use contour and some use eyeshadow. I go both ways. I do, and we'll do it both ways. I just like this color so much, but when I usually use Trust eyeshadow when I use the eyeshadow. And you just kind of mimic the strokes. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'll show you a comparison before I do the other brow. Sorry, I needed my mirror, but you can see it's a little more filled in and shapely. I mean, I have finely shaped brows, but as I'm getting older, they're just kind of getting not as full, I have to say. So you kind of draw the bottom line, and then you just kind of mimic the strokes going up. And this will stay all day. Stay all day. Whether you use the shadow or the contour. I've never had any transfer. I still need to set with the Stay Spray. So I still will do that. Hopefully you can see. Looked like the lighting was weird for a hot minute. Let me show you. I should add some music on. And if you mess up when you're doing your brows, it's no big deal. You can use the small end of the multitasker brush and just with your main highlight and clean it up, and it will just like magically erase your boo-boo. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to show you. At the end, if you notice that any of your color correcting had like wiped away before you set, you would just use your finger with it, but I don't really have, and you would just lightly tap like on the blemish or the brown spot where you felt like something shifted, you know. You would just go like that. That's the best way to do it. You don't need a separate product. you can use the multitasker brush or your finger, and you just, yeah, you just tap it on. But anyhow, I think that's good for my brows. And then for mascara, I about a year ago tried the Thrive that everyone probably has seen the ads for, but I never bought it again just because I don't like to spend a lot of money on mascara. But I got it again finally, and I haven't used it yet, so let's try it. I think I'm gonna put a little saffron on my lips when I'm done with this. Let's see, I might need my mirror. I can hear the kids getting into something. Oh, I'm getting it up on my upper lid. I know how to get that off easily though. It's been a while, but I like it. I think my, I need to practice putting it on where you can like see it better. Lately I've been using like an eyeshadow or a mascara primer, I guess. An eyelash primer, there you go. And like a mascara that, one of my favorites, from Anastasia Beverly Hills, or there's one I like from even Maybelline. So we don't make mascara, which is kind of funny, but we're not called mascara anymore, we're called SEINT, so that's nice. All right, well, I think that's good for now, and I'm especially not even doing like a dramatic eyeshadow look today. Why bother? When it's like already probably 4. Anyhow, that is on, and I will just take that line brush that I did my brows with, and I will just like like brush off my little mistake right here, because I got it on my, it'll just brush off. Anyhow, all right, that's the stuff right here. And I always just really press, right, because I don't want any excess makeup or it to look like caked or to crease or anything. I want it to look like my skin texture. And then I just do, I should have sprayed this first before doing mascara. And just let that dry. And while it does, I'm going to add a little saffron on my lips because this is a little too, it was a little too brown than I wanted today. All right, that's it. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your support. And please comment match if I'm going to put more Tropicana. Creating my own lip colors and cheek colors are like my jam. And I love helping you get color matched. So comment match below if you haven't already been matched. And if there's a video you'd like to see a tutorial on, I take requests. And well, thank you for being here. And I hope you could see, even though I talked a lot, I hope it was valuable in some way, and that you can see like how easy that was and could be for you if you know, and take less time if you weren't chatting it up. But like I said, this is my time. This is me time. So I'm taking it when I can get it. All right. Well, mwah, lots of love, and I will see you hopefully again soon. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, bye for now.